Harris versus Donald Trump in a hypothetical 2024 presidential election prediction. So let's get right into today's video. But before we get started on our prediction, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope we can get to 300 subscribers by the end of this month. So yeah, now starting with the safe Harris states, we have California, Hawaii, New York, Massachusetts, Maryland, the District of Columbia, the state of Vermont, and Maine's 1st Congressional District will be considered safe for Kamala Harris. For Donald Trump, those safe states will be Idaho, Utah, Wyoming, Montana, North and South Dakota, Nebraska's at-large 3rd District and 1st District, Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Missouri, Indiana, and West Virginia, as well as the states of Alaska and South Carolina, which brings Trump at 125 electoral votes, 11 ahead of Kamala Harris, but still pretty far away from the magic number of 270 electoral votes to win the presidential election. Now for Kamala Harris, her likely states: Washington, Oregon, Connecticut, Rhode Island, the state of New Jersey, the state of Delaware, the state of Illinois, and those are all states that Joe Biden was able to win by a safe margin. If we look at 2020, Washington by 19, Oregon by 16, Connecticut by 20, Rhode Island by 21, New Jersey by 16, and Delaware by 19, as well as the state of Illinois by a margin of 17 percentage points. But I think that given the national environment, Kamala Harris will tighten these states' margins, and they will be in the likely column instead of safe. That being said, they will not be contested by the Republican Party. The state of Colorado, I think it's trending blue heavily. I just can't see Donald Trump making too much gains in the state of Colorado. Virginia could get tighter, but I just think that the Virginia, D.C. suburbs are too far gone for the Republican Party. Now for Donald Trump, his safe states will be Texas. I think Texas will be a safe state. A lot of the rural areas will help Donald Trump win in the state of Texas. I think Florida as well. I think Florida, many of these Hispanic voters are trending towards the Democratic Party, trending towards the Republican Party, and Donald Trump. Trump was able to narrow down Miami-Dade County by a very significant margin, as well as Broward and Palm Beach County. Miami-Dade, the largest county by far in the state of Florida, trended Republican by a margin of 22 points. A very significant margin, definitely helped Trump win the state of Florida. So for the state of North Carolina, I think Trump will be able to do better in the rural parts of the state. Democrats may gain a little bit in Charlotte and Wake, but I think Trump will be able to do very well in the rural areas, gaining a lot of the rural black areas that trended Republican heavily in 2020, which should give the Republicans a likely margin in North Carolina. And for the final states here, Iowa, Ohio, I do think these will be likely states. For Clinton, I put the state of Ohio as a safe Republican state, but I think Kamala Harris is still a slightly better candidate than Hillary Clinton, but I think that Donald Trump, these states were both won by him in 2020 by a margin of 3%, so these states should retain in the likely Trump column. I also think Maine 2nd should go to Donald Trump by a likely margin. He won in this district by 7 in 2020, so that should speak for itself. Now for the lean and tilt states, these are the states that will be more competitive in a general election. Let's start with the lean Trump states because we have quite a few. Starting with the state of Arizona, I do have the state as a lean state for Donald Trump. Trump was not able to do very well in Arizona, but he only lost the state by a margin of 0.3%. Also, I think that the Democrats will not be able to do that well in a county like Phoenix. I think that a lot of these rural areas will end up trending towards the Republican Party, helping Trump win Arizona yet again. I think that state of Wisconsin as well. I think Donald Trump should be easily able to win Wisconsin. Biden barely won the state. Biden underperformed the polls by 7% within the state, and Biden did pretty well in the wild counties. I think they will stay pretty much the same, but for a lot of the rural areas, they are pink, even light pink in some instances. They will become more solidly Republican as a county like Taylor County or Florence County in the state of Wisconsin. Going to the state of Michigan, according to this map, this will be the tipping point state. I do give the state towards Donald Trump. I think Joe Biden He did pretty well in the suburban areas, but again, Republicans have a pretty large room to improve in the state of Michigan in the rural areas. Those areas will ultimately bring Donald Trump to a likely victory in the state of Michigan. Similar thing in Pennsylvania, Biden was viewed as the Scranton boy, as he grew up from Lackawanna County, but he won't have that with him in another general election. I think that Trump will be able to win the state of Pennsylvania by about 3-4 points, which is ultimately speaking a lead margin. And yeah, so for the lean here states, I don't see much. I only see 2 states, I believe. Being New Mexico, I think New Mexico is still pretty far gone for the Republican Party. It is trending Republican, but I think that it will go for Kamala Harris, of course. And I think Kamala Harris will remain at large vote. This should not be super surprising. So for the final 4 states, those states and Nebraska 2nd District, these all will be tilt states or districts for both parties. I'm going to start off with Nevada. I do put this as tilt for Donald Trump. I think that Trump was able to do very well in Nevada, actually. He did not win the state, but no one expected him to win the state. And Clark County, the largest county by far in the state of Nevada, trended 1.4 points towards the Republican Party. Sure, Biden was able to do 3 points better in Washoe County, but that is like a fifth of the population of Clark County, and I think that the Republicans, they still have some room to improve in Las Vegas, in the more conservative parts of Las Vegas, and Hispanics are trending away from the Democratic Party, at least in recent elections. So for Kamala Harris, I do think that she will carry Minnesota. It is the state that has the longest Democratic voting history on the presidential level, and Democrats are able to do very well in the Minneapolis suburbs, which will help them win the state, of course. Now, for the final 2 states and Nebraska 2nd, I'm gonna go ahead and label Nebraska 2nd as tilt for Donald Trump. I think Trump should be able to win in Nebraska 2nd District, a pretty competitive district. It is a Biden plus 4 seat, but again, the natural environment should help Trump win this district here. And for the state of Georgia, I do have the state going to Donald Trump. Donald Trump in the state of Georgia, he did very well in the rural areas. And the rural black areas are losing population, frankly. I think that there will not be a significant suburban reversion for Donald Trump in the state of Georgia, and if anything, they're going to trend continuously Democrat, but I think that some of the other areas will trend Republican. So, I think that Biden was able to win the state by just 12,000 votes. Trump flipping the state should be pretty easy. So, Georgia will go to Republican. Finally, I have New Hampshire. I do have Trump winning the state of New Hampshire. I think New Hampshire, Biden was able to win the state and lose just 2 counties, though, I mean, Hillary Clinton did do pretty poorly in the state, just won the state by 3,000 votes. I think that Trump still has a significant room for improvement here. He can do better in the rural upper parts of the state, and I think that he can make some inroads in Concord, Manchester, Dover, and areas like that. So I think in the end, Trump will be able to narrowly win the state of New Hampshire. Thanks for watching today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye!